Greetings everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am Tifara and today we're gonna talk about hygiene. I'm gonna give you 9 tips that will help you with eliminating germs during this time when we're so worried about germs and viruses and so on. So I'm gonna give you 9 tips that's gonna help you out. I think these are things that everybody should be practicing. You should have been practicing them before, so that you wouldn't be so fidgety and paranoid right now with everything that's going on. You're not so jumpy because you're used to trying to eliminate germs, so it's not that big a deal. But I think after this you should definitely consider carrying the same practices over with you and just continue on after this. We should continue on after this and not eliminate these things from our daily routine. Before anybody asks, my head wrap, this fabric is from Etal, the Etal store. It's an African clothing store. They're on Phoenix Avenue. You can find them on Instagram though. So I got this head wrap there. If you want to know how to do head wraps, I did a whole video doing about 8 or 9 different head wrap styles. So you can go over there and watch it. I'll link it somewhere here so you guys can go and watch it. So the first thing that I would recommend is hand sanitizers. I know some people think that hand sanitizers are useless. I don't know that they're useless, but I know that they make me feel like I'm eliminating some germs when I don't have access to soap and water. I buy a big bottle of hand sanitizer from PriceSmart, and then I fill a medium-sized bottle with the pump, and I fill it up. I put that in my car door, and then I have a small one that I keep in my purse. I fill that up and I keep it in my purse, so when I'm on the road I use the hand sanitizer after I've touched something, after I've gone through somewhere, or whatever it is. When I feel like I need my hands to be cleaned, I draw for it. Once I get into my car, this is almost like I'm a low-key germaphobe. Close the car door immediately. I reach down, I do 2 pumps into my hand, and yeah, clean off my hand as best as I can. I don't really use hand sanitizers at home because I have soap and water, but the hand sanitizer is really for when I'm not at home. The second tip is to wash your hands and wash them thoroughly. Most people don't know how to wash hands, which is really strange, but I know I grew up watching my grandfather wash his entire hand before entering the house. Use antibacterial soap when you come in from outside the road. This is a habit for me. Once I come off the road, and it's not just when I come home, if I'm in somebody else's home and I know I'm gonna get comfortable, the first thing I do is find the bathroom. I have to wash my hands. If I'm gonna eat, I have to wash my hands. If I don't get to wash my hands or hand sanitize, then I'm gonna use, if I'm eating, I have to be eating something where I don't have to be touching my food at all. I buy the antibacterial soap by the gallon, and I fill up the small bottles. I have one in the kitchen, one in my bathroom. As soon as I come in the door, straight to the bathroom and wash my hands. So the third tip is something that a lot of people don't practice, but I really think you ought to do it because it's gonna help you with eliminating germs from inside of your home. Do not enter your home with shoes. Leave the shoes at the door. Something I don't do, and I'm happy that I don't do it because I'm comfortable in my space to walk barefoot, because you bring in all kind of things on your shoes from outside. You walk up and down all over the place. You bring all of that into your home, into your personal private space. You bring all of that in. It's sharing your space with you. It's been a practice of mine for a very long time, and I'm happy that I do that. And I'm happy that now, because my parents didn't do it, now they're doing it, and I'm like, you need to keep this up. Continue to do this after this. Don't bother to turn back and walk in the house with shoes now. Now make it a part of your routine, that you leave the shoes at the door. They even added spraying, getting a disinfectant spray thing that they created, and so they spray the bottom of them shoes before they go inside. and they leave it there, and then later on they take it up and they can put it inside of the closet. So they don't just carry it and put it inside of the closet anyway. They spray it down and whatever, which is a really good idea. I don't know, it's crazy that I have to say this, but bathe at least once. But right now, you need to bathe at least twice per day, especially if you go on the road. If you leave home to go on the road at all, when you get home, one of the first things you need to do is jump into the shower. I don't think I need to talk anymore about bathing. We're pretty clean people, so I don't need to tell anybody, you know, that you need to bathe. I don't think. Don't go in your bed with outside clothes. Okay? Don't go. Matter of fact, if you can avoid going in your bedroom with outside clothes, take it off from in the bathroom and then go in your bedroom. Don't go in your bedroom, don't go on your bed, don't lie on your bed, don't sit on your bed with outside clothes, period. Especially now. You take them off and make sure that whatever clothes that you're going in your bed with is clean clothes that you've only worn on the inside. The next tip, and I'm at number 6, I haven't been numbering, but this is the 6th tip, is for the ladies, do not put your handbags on your bed. Do not put your handbags on your kitchen counter. I know it happens easily. My mother came here this evening and the first thing she tried to do was put her handbag on my counter. And I'm like, take up your bag off of my counter, please. No, we don't notice this, but as women, we rest our handbags everywhere when we're on the road. When we go to public restrooms especially, we rest it on the counters in there, we rest it on the door when we put it to hang. Well, we rest our handbags all kind of places, on counters, in all different kinds of places. You know how much germs your handbag pick up? So much. Don't put it on your bed. Don't put it on your bathroom counter. Don't put it on your kitchen counter. Number 7, clean with bleach and or vinegar. I don't use bleach all over the house. I just use the vinegar, or I use one of them, the disinfecting liquid things, you know, the ones that smell nice, or I use some Florida water. But now my routine has changed. I'm using bleach all over, and then I'm using vinegar, and then I'm using Florida water. So that's like double, triple the cleaning. But I tend not to use, usually I use bleach on the kitchen floors and the bathroom floors, but not throughout the place, because I don't really like the smell of bleach after it's dried on the floor. It has that smell I don't really like, and then the floor has a feeling on my feet that I don't like either. So I don't use that. I use a disinfectant and I use vinegar, as well as I use the Florida water. And the Florida water is really for the fragrance and also for a spiritual cleanse. The 9th tip, and this is a tip I got from my friend Khalid. He's a not crazy, but he's a clean freak. And so I messaged him to ask him if he have any tips for me. I know he has a routine for cleaning because he's that type of person. So he told me that I should clean the surfaces of the disinfectants that I use. So if I have an alcohol spray, then I need to clean the outside, the surface of the bottle. If I have a Lysol spray, I need to clean that, which makes sense. And I completely understand that, because when you use it, you forget. And the hand sanitizer bottle, after you squeeze it out, try to clean it off as well, so you get rid of the germs that you have transferred to it when you took it up. Makes sense. When you're cleaning, if you're using cleaning gloves, reusable gloves, you wash them with soap and bleach, wash them off like you're washing your hands, and then you remove your hands from it, so you don't have to touch an unclean glove again. So those tips make sense. I'm definitely going to be adding that, because I haven't really been cleaning the surface of the things that I'm trying to use to get clean. This is the 9th tip, and this I just thought of today, and it's kind of why I'm wearing my head wrap. I'm using it to kind of encourage me to wear head wraps more, because I've been wanting to do that. So now I feel like I have a reason. to wear head wraps to protect your hair, especially for people who have long hair. You have long hair, you have locks. We don't realize that your hair touch things all the time, especially when it's long. If it's shoulder length or longer, it's gonna swing and it's gonna touch things and it's gonna pick up things, and then you're gonna carry that wear, unless you're gonna wash your hair before you go to bed, but you're gonna take that straight into your bed. It's on your face when the hair gets in your face, so it probably is best to keep your hair in a wrap, in a turban, so you keep it protected from picking up any germs and transferring it to you. Those are my 9 tips for improving your hygiene and your practice of eliminating germs. I think everybody should add these to their routine. I do a lot of these things. It's one of the reasons why I don't get sick very often. The last time I got sick was 2 years ago when I went to Las Vegas, and I know why I got sick. It's just, I know because I did not follow my regular routine, and I did some really ridiculous things I did. One, I was eating stuff and I didn't clean off my hands first, and then I had some tea. This was crazy. I was on the plane, had some tea, and Americans are always coughing. They ever have a cough, and this is whether it's in the cold part of America or the warm part of America. They ever got some kind of bug. So imagine being in the plane, I have a cup of tea, leave the lid open, fall asleep, wake up and drink the tea again. Didn't make sense. Really, I get sick. So these are the things that I think that you can do that's gonna help you eliminate germs and keep you from, getting sick or picking up any viruses, especially the C virus. So that's it, guys. Please stay clean, stay healthy, stay well, and we will link up in the next video. All right, later, guys.